everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Fish or Price Ranch. Hey, happy boy. Hi, Blaze. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Sarah with Fish or Price Ranch. First off, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Sorry, I was just out cleaning rabbit cages, so I'm all gross and sweaty. But I wanted to give you guys an update like I promised in the rabbit barn and with the chicks. Unfortunately, we had a predator that came in and somehow got through our perimeter fence and this fence and the electric fence. And then the dogs on one side. And at first we thought it was an owl because the first attack, I came out, nobody was like eaten, but I heard the mom squawk. I come running out within just like less than 5 minutes because I was in bed. And mom was missing. These are the younger chicks, the 23 babies. We had lost one that drowned. I don't know how because there wasn't much water in there. And then we found one that it wasn't doing well from the beginning. So we were down to 21. But anyway, so with her 21 babies, she was missing, feathers everywhere. And inside the nest, there was 6 or 7 dead babies. After the whole thing, I assumed it was probably the attack and the babies got squished because they didn't look like they were brutally killed. It looked more like they were just stuck in the middle of a combat and got killed that way. I ended up finding mom. She was all the way, let me show you. She was all the way at the far back corner hiding in the grass. So anyway, I got her put back with the remaining babies that she had. And then nothing happened for quite a few days. So I assumed it was an owl because that's the only way to really get into this pen without going through the 2 fences, the electric, things like that. So anyway, that's kind of what we had assumed was going on because then there was just nothing. Well then, within about, I think 4 or 5 days later, suddenly we had one just poof missing. Which was odd. I couldn't find a single missing feather. I didn't find a body, nothing, just gone in thin air. Well then, the next day we had 3 missing. I set traps, because I was like, okay, with 3 missing, it couldn't have been an owl, because they typically just eat a meal and then they're good. And I didn't catch anything, other than the free-range rabbits. And so anyway, we were just really careful. Any noise we heard, we were outside, prepared, and nothing. And I was getting so frustrated. So what I did was I locked the chickens up at night into a cage to protect them, which worked for about 4 or 5 days. And then suddenly we heard a huge commotion, came running outside. I looked everywhere and didn't see anything, which I'm like, goodness, it was just so frustrating because I could not figure out what it was. It was escaping in an instant, whatever it was. But then I found a leg and it was pulled through the cage and the remaining body that was still in there was still in the cage. So immediately I knew we had a raccoon. So I took what was left of the remaining kill that he had, I put it in the cage, and we had it set for the next evening. That way, woo, sorry, I had a giant ant on me. Had it set for the next evening, so we could hopefully catch this guy. Well, we didn't catch him. He didn't get any babies that night, which was good. But then the next evening, right about just after dark, I don't even think it was fully dark yet, we heard a huge commotion. We come outside and the cats, all their hair was standing up and they had run around the front side of the house. We feed them on the back side of the house, up on top of a trash can, so the chickens stay out of the cat food. And there was the raccoon and he darted. He took off. Brandon was going to go after him. I told him, no, 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 don't scare him. And so I put, we had just lost a rabbit that evening to the heat. We've been in over 100-degree heat indexes. It's been really, really warm. So I put that in there as bait, and within 10 minutes he took it, and we got him. Oh, thank you. I am so devastated though, because let me show you what we have left. Okay, so this is what we have left. So here's the mother that had the 21 remaining babies. And this is her with her 3 remaining babies. I am so sad that that's all she has left. And then this hen, she got so upset with everything that she left her babies to save herself. But it was right after we had caught him, so I keep trying to get her to come back, but she will not come back in. She stands on the second fence, and she sees her babies through the fence, but she will not come back in. So the thing is, they're fine. They're old enough to take care of themselves now. This is them. She had a total of 15, and we are down to 9 of those. But here's those remaining babies. Oops, look out, rabbit coming through. Looks like for sure we've got 1 rooster, that big guy there. The rest of them to me kind of look like hens, but the cuckoos, oh, saw a bug, they kind of are making me question. But definitely the rest of them look like hens, thank goodness. So hopefully we can grow our flock back up after this devastation. Now on to the rabbits. So the rabbits, now that the thread is gone, I had left the trap in here. I have it shut during the day, but I left it in here for a few days with bait after we caught that raccoon, just in case, because I know they're a family and we wanted to make sure that there wasn't any more. And we have not caught a single raccoon since, and we have not had to lock up mom and babies, and we haven't lost any more since then. So luckily it was just a single raccoon. And we've been here for a year and a half, and that was our first time having a problem in the rabbit barn. So anyway, so we've got 7 bucks on the ground. These are all of our newest ones. Some of our newest ones that, weaned quite a while back. They were big enough now, and after the raccoon thing, we decided I just put them on the ground this morning. We do still have some of the older ones that were born earlier in the spring. These guys were born just, 4 months ago or so. So they just got graduated to the ground. So they're all kind of figuring each other out. But they are gonna, I only have one problem, is I have 2 exactly the same color, same fur type. So I've got, he has regular fur, he has Rex fur. So I could tell them apart. But I have another one that also has regular fur. So I had to take a picture of their faces so I could tell them apart because my tattoo pen broke. And then we've got 2 magpies. Hi, buddy. But I could definitely tell him completely different from Ginta, who is right there. Ginta doesn't have very much color. So anyway, yeah, these are all the new guys. That's the other one I was telling you about with the regular fur that looks similar to the other one. But we've done a huge cull of our rabbit barn, so I will show you guys what's left, just because everything is kind of up in the air right now as far as our properties for sale and all that. Now we do still have Penny in here with her babies. Sorry, it's really dark. I should probably pull that board off. But she's got her 5 remaining babies, and they'll be weaning here in about a week or 2. And I'm only keeping 2 of her babies. Then we went ahead and upgraded the grow out does in pairs. So we've got these 2. She's the Vienna Mark doe. This is one that was born over at Crystal's place, out of my stock, and one of her bucks. So I got a hold of her. She is a chocolate Himalayan, so I thought it'd be cool to have some chocolate in my herd since I've only got 1 currently, so that gives me 2. We'll get to them in a second. Over here we have well, here's my other chocolate. She's a chocolate Harlequin, torted. She's one of Harlequin's babies. Then I've got this girl over here. She is our broken chinchilla, Harlequinized chinchilla with Rex fur. And then watch your feet, sweetheart. Look out. And then we have this doe, which we got a while back. She's the one that had miscarried babies. And then we thought she was pregnant because she had broke out, but she did not take, or she, for whatever reason, but no babies with her. So we're probably going to give her one more chance and see if she can give us some babies when this heat is gone. Okay, back over here. These are our two Vienna Mark does. They are half-sisters to that Vienna Mark doe. Same mother, different father. This one has the beautiful blue eyes. Look at those. Yeah, hi, sweetie. So those are sisters from the same litter. And then we have, these are also sisters from the same litter. These are out of Harlequin. They are related to the Rexford tricolor buck and the regular furred tricolor buck, that one there that we just put on the ground. They are siblings. And then in here we have the Vienna doe that gave us those other Vienna doe babies. And she still has her two. These are the two that we're keeping, both Vienna marked, the white noses. So, and they're getting ready to wean, I think actually any day. And then I have to put this little latch here to hold the door shut because they've warped with all the humidity. This cage is now empty. And then in here, there we go. I had to take my lock off there. Oops. Hey, you're not supposed to do that there, buddy. There you go. Oh, there we go. All right, here's Mom with her remaining two. We're keeping this guy. He is our genetic anomaly. He's a broken black otter, but he has an orange spot on his back. And then this guy we don't need, so we'll probably raise him up for food. I've noticed here that we don't have weak ear bases on our rabbits. This is due to the humidity. I've only had like 2 or 3 in the year and a half we've been here that have dropped an ear to the humidity. So luckily most of them don't do that. And when it cools off in the fall, the ears stand right back up. So weird. I had never known that to happen until I moved here, because I had never dealt with that before. Hi guys, coming through. And then over here we have one of my current favorite does right now. She's not had babies for us yet, but she is a giant satin, is what we're calling her basically now. She is, for our giant Reza project, she's obviously definitely a giant. Look at how big she is. But she got that satin fur. Look at how gorgeous. It's hard to see it in the shade here. But she's super sweet. She loves getting her attention. Oh, yeah, she's a good girl. But I cannot wait to breed her in the fall. See what she gives us. And then we have our last litter. Our last young litter. This is Kilala with her babies. She was bred to Kai. He was a broken Frosty. And he carried Sable. So we ended up with a whole bunch of Frosties and a couple of magpies. I'm going to hold on to this magpie, I think. It's a little doe. And then we ended up with just one baby that has satin fur. And it's one of the Frosties. It's hard to tell. Maybe that one. When they're white, it's just so hard to tell. This one's actually magpie, only has one spot. Oh, you're okay. Oh, here it is. Here's the satin. Hold on, wait. Calm down. Calm down. Hey, I got you. You're not gonna fall. See how shiny that hair is? You can see it kind of glisten in the light. So we're gonna hold on to that one. It's a little buck. So we're gonna keep a buck and a doe from that litter. All right, sweetheart, back it up. Back. There you go. All right, and then last but not least, this is our grow out doe cage. These are all of our little girls that we're keeping. Well, almost keeping. These two are sisters. What did you do? Oh, you're all wet. These two are sisters. This one is Rexford, and this is our Reza coated. She's Rexford with the satin fur. Huh. Yeah, pretty girl. And then that's also their sister. She's a satin furred tricolor. And then we have this one. She is a Reza. She is Rexford with satin fur as well, but she hasn't shed out her little coat yet, so it's a little hard to see. We'll see it better when she gets a little bit bigger. And then last but not least, over on this side, because she didn't want to get up, this is, ooh, hello spider, I almost put my hand on you. This one is a satin furred Surprise. She is out of a doe that I had, if you guys remember, Black Beauty. Now Beauty is, she was out of a doe that was a Flemish and giant chinchilla, and then the sire was a purebred pedigreed broken chocolate Rex. Well, we bred her to Mo, which was one of my F1 Reza bucks. He's a red, and we got satin fur. The only way to get satin fur is if both parents carry it. So somewhere, I'm assuming on the back of one of Black Beauty's parents, there was a satin somewhere. So we had a surprise satin. You gonna hide the whole time? Come here. There you go. So she is satin furred. So we're excited to see what she'll give us because her mother is massive. She's a good 13-pound doe. So we're hopeful, and those giant Flemish ears that this baby has, that she will definitely take after the giant and give us some massive babies. Alright, you guys, well, that is the update in the rabbit and baby chicken area of the farm. Another quick update, because it's been about a week since we lost Cosmos and we moved all the bucks into the big 10-acre pasture to get them off of that pasture over there. They're doing great. It took them about 4 or 5 days to really start checking out their property, and now they're all over that 10 acres. They're down by the pond during the day because that's where it's cooler. They've got the trees down there and the water, and so far they're doing well, and lightning has not attempted to get with the does, so we are very happy with that. We didn't want to breed right now, but if it did happen, it wouldn't be a huge issue because we normally would breed in July. But just because with everything up in the air right now, we just, you know, we didn't want to have that added on to our plate, basically. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you again soon.